Yeah. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday we learned about how do we work with objects and array of objects. So we created one example related to consuming data from a JSON file. So how do we work with a JSON example we learned? I showed you this example actually. So this is nothing but the data coming from a JSON file and updating here. For that, what we done, we used a promise called fetch. By using fetch promise, you can connect with any file, you can access the data, and you can present. So now we will see another simple example how we can deal with array of objects. This is only one object. So we have only one object we are dealing with. If there are many objects, how we can manage, how we can handle interaction with that. Actually, so to work with array of objects, we will, and to deal with complex data, we will take one example of real-time APIs. We will see some real-time API. Real-time API, then you don't need to create data. Already they will provide you some data. You can try. If you learned any server-side technologies like Java, .NET, PHP, Node.js, something, you can create your own APIs. And for that, creating API requires server-side knowledge. If you learned any server-side technology, you can design your own APIs and you can use them for communication. Here I will show you simple process of predefined APIs, ready-made, and if time permits, at the end I will show you how to create simple custom your own API. But that is not a part of JavaScript. You have to learn server-side databases and communicate with them. Just one overview I will give so that you can try. So here we will see today some real-time APIs. So many will be there. Suppose you are designing a website. In that website, you want to put some weather related data. You can Google. Weather related means current weather data. You can Google, you will get, suppose I say Google here. So weather API, some free. You can see these are so weather APIs. These are weather API. So many will be there. You can try any. Some are paid, some are free. You can see these are some weather API related some sites. When you open this weather API, so you can see that this is the weather API. JSON and XML weather API. So this is for developers. And actually to use such APIs, you need some knowledge of little bit of, you can see the data, how it comes. The data is in the form of an object. In that object, it is accessing some data and it is displaying. Now this is the JSON data. They will give you ready-made. Actually, this is a paid service. So some free APIs will be there. You can try them. I will show you some free API first. Then we will see some other complex data, how to handle. Actually, you can try free APIs. So you can try NASA API. So there is api.nasa.gov. You can try this. Actually, what uh, NASA people do is, suppose you are a software developer, you are building some apps which have some data related to science, technology, space. Suppose you are developing websites for universities, colleges, schools, and some science and technology. Then what NASA people do is they provide free data to you, because generally, suppose you want to create some application related to space and science, then from where you will get the data? Suppose you want to show some planetary photos, Mars photos, Earth photos, and when you Google, you will get a lot of fake things, because who went to Mars to take photos and all, right? So NASA can provide, because they have rovers, they have their own photos. Then NASA says that if you are a software developer and you are developing some apps related to science, space, then we have data for you for free. They will say that we will give you data, you can try us, you can try that data, you can use it and create good websites, good content. So for that, you can visit this website. Actually, see api.nasa.gov. This is NASA API site. This is NASA's official API. Now you can see here. So they say that here the objective of this site is to make NASA data, including imaginary and all this data, accessible to app developers, so that they can provide the data, so that they can developers can present the data. Now, lot of data they will give. You can see, you can browse APIs. When you browse API, you can see these are all APIs here. These are all APIs. Asteroids, astronomy, picture of day, Earth. So many APIs are present here. Suppose I am selecting Mars rover photos. When I select this Mars rover photos, for that, you see they will give an simple URL here. This is the URL. And when I select this URL, that URL returns the data in this format. Now you have a lot of data here. Now, what is the developer's responsibility? First, developer need to understand. You are a JavaScript developer. You need to understand what data is coming. Now, can you tell me the final type of data, what is coming? What type of data this URL is returning? Data type. You see what it is starting with. That means it is what type of data it is returning? Object type. It is returning an object type. It is returning an object. In that object, there is a property called photos. Photos is what type? Photos is what type? That is property name. Property name always string only. So what is the type of this array? It is an array type. And it is an array of what? Objects. In that object, you have ID, we have sol, we have camera. Camera is again object. So this is complex data. Actually, one object related detail is present from here to up to here. Understood? That means this is all related to one object. starting from here up to here, one object. Now, what we will do is, first, we will create such data by ourselves first. Then we will come back here and we will try to implement. Because in the beginning itself, you can't deal complex data without knowing basics. So we will do one thing. So let's go to this project. In this project, let's go to the data folder. We have the data folder. In the data folder, we will add another file. Actually, this file contains only one object. But this time I will add another file, some products. .json. This is JSON. Here we want to store multiple products related details. If I want to store multiple product related details, then I create an array. This array have an object. So it's an array of objects. That means it is at 0 index. That object is at 0 index. In that object, we will have some name. Okay. And we have some price. Okay. Some price is there. After that, suppose I am defining some rating. Rating is again object. It contains rate. So rate is rate. And this is 4.3. And count. Count is some 5,000 like this. This is enough as of now. So similarly, another object. We have name, some Nike casuals. So we have price and some price. And we have rating. Rating, some rating. So we have rate. So some 3.6 and count. And the count is some 3,200. Okay, this data we want to present. So yesterday we presented only one object. Now you have array of objects. Let's do this. Let's create a new file in the public. I am creating a new file. Suppose products.html. And here let's create. Now I am creating a table. I am creating a table. Now in this table, I will put some border as 1. So width is equal to some 400. And in this table, we are creating t-head, table header, tr, th. We know that name is coming. We know that price is coming. And we know rating is coming. These are the 3 details we have. Now, these details related data is not present here. The data is present in a JSON file. I need to bring that and display in T-body. Now what I want in T-body, in table body, for every object, I want to create a row. That means we need a row for every object. In that row, how many cells I need? 3. One for name, another for price, another for rating. So we need to create a table dynamically. So for this data, now I want to do that when body load, body on load, body load. As of now, you can see this data is empty. There is nothing inside it. When body loads, I need to bring the data and show here. So we will write a script. In that we will say function body load. On body load, how to get the data? By using fetch. Fetch // data / products .json. Then uses a callback function. This callback function will use a response and it will return what? Response.json. After that, we will collect then again a callback function. This time data comes. You can give any reference name. Now this data is nothing but actually it is products. So I will give reasonable name products. Now what type of data is coming? Is it an object? Is it an array? See the data. It is starting with array. So what is the type of products? Type of products is array. Now you know how to deal an array. So for var product of product of what is the collection? Products. We are reading every product from products. After reading every product from products, now for every product we need to create one row. So var tr is equal to document dot create element. Which element we have to create? Row. Okay. In every row, there will be three details: name, price, and rating. So how many cells you need? 3 cells. Var td name document dot create element td. That is first cell. Another td price document dot create element. This is also td. So var td some rating document dot create element. This is also td. We have this. That means we have row, we have this. Okay. Now important, all these cells are ready. Right now what we need to do? So all these cells are ready. Just what we need to do now is we need to add data into these cells. What should be the data? td name inner HTML. In that first cell, I want product dot name. What should be in price? Inner HTML. I want product dot what? Price. That means you need to use these fields. And what I want in rating? td rating dot inner HTML. Product here, I want like this. How many people rated? And how much rating they have given. Then I will use a string type. In the string, I will say here rating or so ratings and reviews. Okay, I will give here. What is it? So product dot rating dot rate. That is because rating is an object. In that object, again, there is a property called rate, right? Okay, after that, in square brace, I will put here product dot rating dot count. Like this, we are displaying. Now, this is all the data ready. Now, I need to add all these 3 cells into row. So, tr dot append child. Which one? td. td name, first cell. After that, tr dot append child, second cell. What is it? td price. After that, tr dot append child. What is it? td rating. All these must be added. Once they are added, now row is ready. This row must be added to t body. you must add that row into table body. So document dot query selector, what is it? T body, into that append what? Child. What is it? TR. We are adding that. Now the table is ready. You can see all the data is here. That means it is accessing the data and display. And if you are updating data, that is the data coming here. This is all the data coming here. What data is there? Suppose I am updating data. That means I am adding one more product here. I am adding one more product in the data. So I am adding one more product in the data. And the product name is, suppose I say some watch. And after that, so we have another one. What is it? Price. Price is some price. After that, what? We have rating. Rating is again an object. And you can see it is going to update the data. And rating object contains what? Rate. It contains rate. Rate is suppose 4.2. And it contains another one is count. Count contains some 5,000. It will display like that. Automatically table is updated. The table is updated when you are adding the data. So this is the data, how it comes, how it handles. This is dealing with array, how we can deal with an array. And array of objects. We can use this array of objects. Later, you will learn how to add data dynamically also. We will see how to add data dynamically. But first, we need to learn how to read the data. So this is example for that. Before going into this, I will give you that example. We have products dot what? JSON. So this is add new file into data folder. And this is products JSON. In that I have some data like this. Now we need to present the data. So add HTML. So this is products.html. Here we are presenting. Now important, how you are presenting, that depends on how you are presenting, that completely depends on your requirement. Sometimes we ask like, I want this to be presented in a card style. I want in a table, right? Then you must able to present in a card or in a table or any style based on the requirements. That means you need to use your Bootstrap, CSS to present. Let's see that point now. This is, we are using this one. Now let's go to here, the NASA API, api.nasa.gov. Now let's try this data. So from there, we will use the data. Let's see example for that. Now, this example is our own data. We will try to use NASA API data. I will add a new file. I am adding a new file. So nasa.html. And here I am creating a simple page. Let's add some Bootstrap. Link relation style sheet. href is node modules. In that Bootstrap dist CSS bootstrap.css. Okay, now container fluid. Okay, here I will create Mars rover photos. And here we will create a table and we will use some Bootstrap class. table and table and table hover like this we are adding. Now in this, we want to present the data coming from that API, right? Then let's see the API first. This is NASA API. And this is Mars rover photos here. That is the API data they have. And here we have photos. Now they have a lot of details. I don't want all. So for every, actually what it is returning object. It is not returning array. It is returning an object. In that object, there is a property called photos, which is array. So that array again objects. In that lot of details, I don't want all. What details I want is, I want only photo ID. I want camera's full name. That means which camera took the photo. And I want the image source, image underscore src, that is photo. That means they have a photo path here. This is the JPG photo path. I want that photo. And I want rover. Rover is again object. In that name returns the rover name. Actually, lot of details are there, like which camera took the photo, what is the camera short name, full name, what is the camera ID, which rover took the photo, what is the rover full name, short name, rover IDs. Not only that, which date that rover is launched, which date the photo is taken, all such data is there. And we don't want all, we want only few. So in this, we want only few data. What is the data is, I will create a T head, TR and TH. Here I will create, I want photo ID. I want preview. Preview is photo. And I want camera name. And I want rover name like this. Only these details I want. I don't want all other details. Only these details must come. Then how do we present that? So where data is present, data is coming from this URL. So copy this URL. That is the location from where data is coming. Remember, these people have some securities. That is the reason what happens. Per day, they give some limits. They say that per day from your computer, you can access 10 times, 30 times, 50 times like that. If you don't want such restrictions, then you can get, actually currently you see this is API key is demo key. So every API have a key. If you get a registered key, then they will give you more access. With the demo key, limited access. So you can't complain. Why? Because sometimes when you are practicing, their server may be down. Sometimes they will say that this is enough for today. You can't request more times. Then you can't do anything. You have to just wait until again that server starts. Again, they release that data to you because this is not your data. And to avoid such things, you want more access on this, then you do one thing. You can visit API NASA website. Here in this website, you can go to generate API key. When you go to generate API key, register here. Just simple registration, your name, your email, all the details. And when you sign up, what they will do? they will send a key to your email. That key code, what you have to do, you have to use that key code here. That means remove this demo key and put your key that they sent you to email. Then they will give you some more access. That means per day, general people can see 10 times. They will give you 100 times. That means they will increase the limits. For that, you just registered. If you are practicing, no need. Right? 1-2 times you are practicing, no need. You are regularly, continuously working on that for days, then problem will come. That is the reason you need to better register the key. Okay. After doing that, so now as of now, no need. You can copy this URL and actually data is coming from this URL. So what you have to do now, let's go body onload. Body onload, we have what? Body load. On body load, let's write the script. So we have a function body load. Okay, on body load, we have to get the data from API. What we have to do? Fetch. Fetch from this URL. Paste that URL. The complete URL from where data is coming. Right? Now, dot then. Then we have a function. This function will get response. And that response, we will return response dot what? JSON. So we will use another then. Then we will create a function. We will use a word Mars. That means an object is coming. I will give the name as Mars object. This Mars object is coming. Now, can you do iteration on object directly? No. In that object, there is a property called photos. You have seen their data now? In that object, there is a property called photos. That photos is array. So directly array is not coming. So what is the type of this object? In that, what is the property photos? That is array. So we have to use for var item of Mars object dot photos. That is array. That means in Mars object, there is a property called photos, which is array. We are reading every item. And observe here, every photo contains, or it is an object, every photo contains ID. Every photo contains sol. Every photo contains camera. Camera is again object. Now what I want to do here is, according to our design, we want to return 4 details. That means now we need to create first a row. Document dot create element. What is it? TR. TR, that is the row. Okay, after that, now what we need to do after that, we need to create 4 cells. Where TD ID, document dot create element. What is it? TD. Another one, TD image, document dot create element TD. Another one, TD camera, document dot create element TD. Next, TD rover, document dot create element TD. All the cells are ready. Now what I want to do here, in these cells, we want to add the data. So what should be the data? TD ID dot inner HTML is item dot ID, and TD image dot inner HTML. In this, I want a photo. In that cell, we want to display photo. Then photo means you have to create IMG. This image will have width, suppose 200, height also 200, and actually image needs SRC. This SRC is coming from item.img underscore SRC. That is image property. IMG SRC is a property they have in their API. That means you have to carefully read the API, every property name and its capitalizations, everything matters. The property names, when you are using from an object, even the capitalization mismatch, it will not work. So another TD, camera inner HTML. How to get camera name? Item dot camera. Camera is again an object. In that there is a full underscore name that will get the camera full name. Similarly, TD rover dot inner HTML. Item dot rover dot name. It will get the rover full name. Now add all these cells to row. TR dot append child. First TD ID. TR dot append child. Second TD image. And TR dot append child. Append child. Adding cells order is important. If you don't add, wrong places will come, right? You have to add in the same order. First, second, third. Third is what? TD camera. And TR dot append child. What is it? TD rover. Okay. Now row is ready. Add this row to table body. Document dot query selector. What is it? T body. T body to append child. What is it? TR. TR. Now you can see that is going to display the data here. That means we are going to access and display the data here. So one more problem. Yeah, let's check this here. We will inspect. And you see console append child, some problem is there. What is that append child? Which one? At line number 33. Okay, line number 33. So here we have append child. Append child. What is that? T body is not there. Yeah. We will use what? T body. Okay. Now you can see the data is ready. That means the data will load here. Now the entire data is coming and displaying. So this is all the data that they have in their website. Actually, this is only one API. They have video data. They have image data. So much is there. I used only one API. There are so many APIs there. You can try them. But first you need to understand what data is coming. Right now you see here, this is all the data presented. You can add a lot of functionality. Suppose I told you that they will give you only data. Rest of entire interactions we have to design. We have to design. That means, for example, now somebody asked like how to open this photo in a separate window large. Tell me. When user clicks the photo, it should open in a separate tab, large photo. Then as a developer, you have to think a functionality for that. How it is possible? How it is possible? Simple. What you will do for this image? This is the image in the cell you are displaying, and you are saying that it must be clickable. If it should be clickable, then you put in an anchor. In an anchor. And what should that anchor href should do? Anchor href should use, it should use same item image source, na? Image source, but it should open in a separate tab. Then we write what target is underscore what blank. That is what important is, because when you go to interviews as JavaScript developer, right, what they do, they ask that this is our data. They will give their API and they will give you some screenshots. They will say that design this type of screen for this data. In that screen, not only presentation, interactions also will be there, like filtering, sorting, searching, everything they will ask you to implement. Then you need to think every concept, how it is implemented. It is not like somebody teaches you and you learn, right? We can tell you some consequences, but others you need to think according to task given to you, right? That means now see here, this is okay. Now you can see when I go to here, this is move the mouse onto it and I click on it, it will open in a separate tab. That is working fine. Now here important is every time they don't ask in the same. Sometimes they say that, okay, I don't want like a table. I want like cards. For example, you see, suppose I open some website, some Naresh IT something. When I open this website in Naresh IT, they have some courses details. And you see the courses details, they are using cards. And they ask like, I want all the photos like cards. Then you must able to design such presentations. Data is same, only presentation style will be changing. Let's see, for example, now I will copy this example. This is example of NASA data we are presenting in a table form. So I want to present in a card style, right? Then what to do? Let's see. I will remove this part, table part, and I will keep a simple main. In the main, I will keep class dflex, display flex, flex wrap. Like this I am giving. Okay. After that, in this main, I want all photos as cards. Then what we do is, in this iteration, let's remove this. Okay. Fetching up to this is same, no change. Now we are writing iteration for where item of collection. Collection is what? Mars object dot what? Photos. Okay. For every item, I need to design a card. How to create a card? To create a table row, we used create element tr. How to create a card? Is there any element card called card? In HTML, is there any element called card? No. Then how you design a card in HTML? Usually we design a div, and for the div, you will give a card appearance by using a class called card. That means now which element I should create? Which element I should create? Div element. So where div, so or yeah, div is equal to document dot create element. We created a div. Then how this div becomes a card? For this div, we apply a class name. Class name is card. So padding 2, margin 2, like this we apply. For every card, I want some width. Then div, I will use style, because CSS style dot width, and how much width we want, some 200 pixel. That is class, that is style. Now in this card, we want to display details. So div dot inner HTML, that means inside the card. Inside the card, Bootstrap cards, inside the card, they have sections, card header, card body, card footer, like that. Now we can design here. I will create an image. Image source is coming from, what is it? Item.img src. Image height I given as 150 pixels. Image have a class called card image top. That is image. After that, we will create a div. So in this div, we will put an ID. Not ID, class. This is card header. Now in card header, what I want to do here, I want to display photo ID. Then we will put a binding item dot what ID. After that, I want to design a class. I want to design card footer. So class is equal to card body. Okay. In card body, I want to display a data list. In this data list, I want to display data term. Here I will say camera name. Data term close. What is the camera name? Just let's say camera. And what is the camera name? I want to display in data definition. How to get that camera name? So item dot camera dot full underscore name. Okay, in the next, I want rover. And how do we get the rover name? So we need to access item dot rover dot what name, like this. Now what we need to do, that card is ready. The card is ready. This card should be added to our main section. That means once the card is ready, then document dot query selector, what is it? Main. Into main, append child. Append child is div. Now you can see that. So now you can see the data is presented in a card style for that. That means it is going to access and add the cards. So here, what else again? Main append child. Yeah. Let's see the data. Some errors are there. Console. What is that error? Server not responded. Mars object photos. So it is problem in loading. Cannot get, is not iterable. Why it is not iterable? Some API is not responding, right? That is the problem with that. Let's check. So it is having a problem in get. Let's check. Means that is not the problem in your code. Already I told you now. That is, we need to wait because APIs will not respond immediately. I will test here. Console.log Mars object. Error is coming. So you see overrate limit. Overrate limit means they are saying that so many times you requested within a time. So it is not possible. That's what I said, demo keys. Then what I should do? I should have a registered key. I have to use that registered key, right? So for that, you see, it shows that message. You have exceeded your rate limit. That is the problem. Actually, I will do one thing then. I will pause this. Yeah, let me copy the API key actually. So from my email, I have to copy the API key. Let's check. API key means my NASA API. In my mail, NASA API keys will be there. Yeah. I will copy that API key. It is unique. It is different for everybody. Yeah? So I am copying my NASA API key. I'm copying my NASA API key, and what I am doing here now, let put that API key here. Actually, this is my NASA API key that usually I get in emails, right? That means through email. I'm using that API key here. Where to use it? Demo key is there, na? Remove there and put that key here. Now let's run this and see. So once I keep the API key, so rate is limited. Still the problem is there. Even I used the API key, the limit is same. That means too many requests are happening. It is asking to wait for some time, right? Now, just you try this because this kind of data have limits, right? So you try that, you will see the data is presented in which style card, right? It will come in a card style. So when you are dealing with the data, so when you are accessing the data from any location, if these kind of errors comes, please wait for some time and reload them, right? I will copy this one to you. You can try this. Actually, this is going to display data in which format? Card style. Same option, card style. So here you have to use your API key. So here actually it is what key? Demo key. It is demo key. You have to use your own keys, right? So even you use own keys, there are limits, right? So because I am using this for so many classes, then per day limits or per week limits I will cross. Then after few times, after few seconds, again I need to resume that. Okay. Now this is the basic. So I hope you understood. Right now here the concept is we are consuming the data and accessing the data from a remote API and using it. Let's see another data. Means some data don't have any limits. You can try them. Some don't have any limits. You can try. Right. So what are those? For example, there is another website. You try them. There is another website called, we have a website fake store. You can use fakestore.api.com. These people will provide some data. So you can try that. We will create one good example with this. That means we will learn how to use the data and add some functionality to that, right? First, presenting data. Yesterday you saw one product related details we presented. only one mobile details we presented. But here you see there is another API called, this is fake store API. In that they have products. Actually, this is fake store API. This is all data. This is actually fake store is nothing but it is a free API which is related to shopping, e-commerce. It is related to e-commerce. They will provide some free data you can try. See, they are providing a lot of requests. Now, if I click this one, it will get only one product related details. Right? And products, it is going to return all product related details. And you see product related details, it is what type? Array. In that we have ID, title, you have an image, rating, all those are present. Let's see how we present this. I will, because here there is no limit, because they provide small amount of data, there is no limit. You can try this now. Let's see here. I will use fake store .html. Let's create a page. In this page, let's link relation with the style sheet. href is node modules, and in that bootstrap, this CSS, bootstrap.css. Okay, and here I will keep class container fluid and container, yeah. And here I will just put some products. So fake store products. We are giving fake store products. Just roughly, I will create a main. In that main, I'm just giving same like previous. So deflex, flex what? Wrap, flex wrap. Okay. And here I want to generate a card. I'm just using onload. Onload, what is it? Body load. On body load, we will put a script function body load. On body load, we will fetch from http://fake store api.com/what products then, and here we will use a function response that returns response in which form? JSON. After that, then a function, it returns all the products. It's an array. So for where product of what is the collection products. For every product, we need to design a card where div is equal to document.create element. Create element. What is that element? Div. Now div dot, so class name, we will keep it as card, margin to padding 2, and div have style width. I will give as 200 pixel. After that, div have inner HTML. In this inner HTML, we will add an image source. Image source comes from product.image, and it will have height. Height of image is 150. Class is card image top. Okay, after that I will create a div, and for this we will put a class. This is what? Card header. In the card header, I will put a paragraph. I want to display product.title. Product title will come. And for this, I can put some style. Height I equal to some 150 pixel. That is card header. Then we have another one, class. This is card body. And we will close the div. In the card body, we have data list. In the data list, we created data term. This I will define here as price. Data term, data definition, how to get the price, product dot what price. They have the data. And another data term, what is it? Suppose we have rating. And here we have data definition. And here we will put, so product dot rating dot rate. After that, we will put here, so another binding. This is what product dot rating dot count. Now we need to append this div into main. What we have to do, document dot query selector, document dot query selector. What to append into main? We have to append child. We have to append the div. Now you can see when I run this, it is going to generate all the products in a card style like this. All the products it is displaying in a card style. That means same thing I done for NASA API also, but limit of rates and all, they will, we have to reload after few minutes. Now you can see this is all the card. Now what is the point here is, what they will ask you is, they will say that now set filters here. Like I want only electronics. I want only jewelry. I want only fashion. That means put check boxes, put drop downs, put list boxes. Ask to user select. When user selects, only those should come. Put filters for price. User moves a slider. Price greater than or less than certain amount. Only those products must come. All such interactions we need to create. All such interactions we need to design. That is what we need to create. So those requires some more knowledge on working with this data, right? That means we need to create one interface. Through that we need to communicate. You need little bit more knowledge on working with this API. This is just another API I showed you, and that is what fake store. You should try such free APIs. First, observe the data, and based on that, create a presentation for that. You see what data they are sending, what data type it is having, and how you can present the data. Then we can create interactions with the data. We will create and configure interaction with the data. So that we will see in next session, right? This is enough. First, you have to try this. I hope you are clear, right? If you can try, I will give you some task now, right? If you can try this, in the next session tomorrow, we will create a complete one shopping cart. We will create one shopping template tomorrow with the live data. And on that, you have to do some extra work that I will give you. So 80-90% I will show in class. Rest 10% you need to implement. Then we will get one clear, complete a sample template of shopping. Right? With this knowledge we can do. Right? That we will see in next session. Tomorrow we'll do that. Okay. By tomorrow you try these APIs. Correct, working with the APIs. Then I will give you some task. Okay. No? Right.